Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be like Lois Lane. I know. Like nowadays, I hear of all these women saying how they aspire to be like Oprah, this real life, inspiring woman. And I wanted to be a character out of a comic book. But really, it was the adventurous life that she had and how she got to unveil these important stories in the world. And hello, she had Superman. So in high school, I shadowed someone at one of the top TV stations in Los Angeles. I had my own column in my high school newspaper. In college, I scored a competitive internship at NBC in LA, got another internship in Sacramento. I even won the Journalism Major of the Year award. Oh my goodness, I was so ready to go for this dream that I had for literally the last decade of my life. I was so excited. And while my twin sister and best friend had plans to go off to Europe for a year and teach English and help out with the church in the Czech Republic, I was like, have fun, I am gonna live my dream. So just weeks before graduation, I remember just going for a mountain bike ride one day just to get some exercise and be in the outdoors and spend time with God. That was my way. And I remember just pedaling along and praying, Lord, thanks so much. I want you to continue to guide and lead me. And I felt like God said, I want you to go to the Czech Republic with your sister and best friend. And I was like, no, I'm gonna live my dream. And I heard, I want you to go to the Czech Republic. So I took that as, that's probably my mind putting some fleeting thoughts in my head, and went along with my mountain bike ride. And weeks later, graduated from college, and I was so excited. I had my resume tape ready. I had my resume on paper, like that nice paper, and I sent out my stuff to all these news stations. And a couple months later, my sister and best friend left for their one-year adventure in Prague. And I heard the same thing over and over again from these news stations. Your voice is too high-pitched and your hair is too long. And by the way, you look too young. I was completely devastated. For the last decade, just tried so hard to get to this point. I remember in those moments of darkness, just praying and asking for God to still lead me even though I messed up. And I remember a couple weeks later, I opened up one of my daily emails that I would get from my sister. And in this one email, it said, hey, the director of our school said that there are a lot more students and she needs another teacher. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this is my second chance. So of course, I took that opportunity. I got my passport, I got my visa, and I had this amazing year in Prague and just learned so much. And then the year ended. So I was like, all right, it's time to do that job search thing again. So I ended up taking the first job offer that I had, and it was actually a corporate job in a public relations office, basically as a photojournalist. So taking photos and writing stories. And fortunately, I had an amazing boss who knew that I had a love for video. So one day he walked into my office. This was a year into my job. And he said, hey, I want to send you to Albania to cover a story. And by the way, I want you to take a video camera and just see what happens. So back then, I actually didn't even know how to make a video. Journalism majors were taught how to write and take pictures back then when I was in college and not learn video. So I had this 5-minute crash course from this audiovisual guy and went off to Albania. And I came back with some footage and had a great time. And then someone else was gonna edit it in the audiovisual department since we didn't have the computer to do it and I didn't know how either. But that actually never happened. So it turns out I ended up buying my own computer that could edit and learned the whole editing thing. So I showed my boss the video I made, and he immediately called up the president of the organization. And the next thing I knew, I was being sent on assignment all over the world to shine light on these untold stories of how these businesses and programs were helping others. Those companies would then share the video and in return make a lot more money. And because of that, they were able to help a lot more people. And that is when I discovered my passion in life. I was actually living out my childhood dream in a way that was even better than I had ever imagined. I remember when a video I made based in Ethiopia helped a nonprofit business raise over $1 million for the first time. And when a company that helped people with disabilities tripled their revenue with the help of a video I made for them. And time after that, these amazing results just kept coming in. I ended up getting promoted at the job I was working at, and then word spread around and other businesses contacted me to make them videos. So I started my own business and worked on those at night. At my corporate job, I ended up starting a new department that focused on increasing revenue with video. And then we started this new TV show with an awesome team. I've won multiple Emmy Awards. And through all of this, I was able to formulate this new and proven approach to making what I call lucrative videos. So I've been through this 15-year journey in my career, and I found the secret, this process that you can easily do too to grow your business with video. So with that, I want you to win. You make a positive impact on others, and I want to see your business take off. And there's no better way to do that than with a video. To get started, you can download my free resources at lucrativevideos.com.